Obviously, it's a huge privilege. I'm very happy, but we will get to the same as always. Obviously, I could not have done it without the success of the team, without everyone being, without everyone in the team being able to deserve this award. Only by that, me as a defender I was able to be here to receive this prize. Essentially, when I came was to meet everyone as fast as possible, to obviously in general terms to understand the team how the team played. Obviously, I knew the team already, like I knew the players, I knew the manager, I knew a little bit about the philosophy because I'm a fan of football first of all, and obviously when you're a fan of football, you must know City from the last years, what they have been doing. So I already had an idea on what I was coming to. That was also part of my decision, obviously, but essentially was to integrate myself as fast as possible. Obviously, it means something else because normally the ones who finish the plays are the ones getting the spotlights. But I think me receiving this prize is the major example of our team, of the way our team works, the way we build our game, and I think it reflects all the togetherness we have in the pitch, and essentially that how we perform, the spirit that is in the team, and with this team, with these players, for me to be receiving this award, I think it means just that, just how we play like a family. I would say this to make it an easier answer. Since I've begun playing football, uh, I've always been most concerned about winning, and almost winning at all costs. Like whatever it needs to happen, whatever who I need to shout to, whatever I need to do to motivate, to bring everyone together, to make everyone around me better, I will do it. I will look for it, and I will learn how to speak to everybody, because to every different person you need to speak in different ways, and obviously I've had my talent, and I have to improve my talent along the years, but this was also for me like a 50-50. At the same time I needed to improve my game technically, I also needed to improve my game on terms of relations with everyone else. And because at the end of all, you see football, and football is a collective sport. It's not an individual. You have many things to learn from individual sports, but at the end, our sport is more complete. It requires more capacities from you, and I've always tried to build on that and to be better on all of those chapters. So my game, it has always been part of my game to try to help whoever I'm playing with. Either it's the centre back I'm playing with, the right back, the left back, everyone, and at the end in the pitch, it's all about correcting whatever we feel it's not right, and sometimes it's people correcting me, and me having the capacity to hear and to accept and to know that I'm not always right, and I think that that specific characteristic on every player, and especially I think you can see that very well on our team. It makes a huge difference when you see it from the outside. So yes, it's also something I've always been working on. I think the winning mentality came essentially from my dad. Obviously, the competitiveness and the joy to have a brother to play with in my entire childhood made a huge difference, because when you go to the beach and you have no one to play with, it's more difficult. But essentially, that strong mentality of turning fear into power, of turning difficulties into something good, and essentially turning something negative to positive, I think it came from my father, and now I breathe it. I breathe that. I breathe positivity, because that's what made me come here. That's what made me have. That's what made me do everything I've done so far, and I think that's the way to do it. Positive mind, energy, and every day just look to get better. That mentality right now, and I was just telling the guys here, he has his positives and negatives. We've just won the title, and I can't celebrate enough, because I'm already thinking about the next title coming, and it's difficult sometimes, because you're just into it. Like I heard someone said not long ago, and it's someone here from the club. We live in the middle of the storm, and sometimes we don't even have time to celebrate, to think too much about things. We just move on, and especially now, after you play a season, just game, another one every 3 days, the mentality is just there, and it's hard to shut off, and I think we must not shut it off. We just let it go, because at the end of all, it's beautiful what's happening. It's a wonderful to win the award, but especially to win the Premier League and to be in the Champions League final. But next year it will be a new challenge, a new season, and as a footballer, you just need to be hungry every time. I will tell you something. In Portugal, the weather is good. It's fantastic. The food is amazing. Obviously, I'm used to my country, my home, and it's never so good anywhere you go. And obviously, those were different things. But I was coming to fulfill a dream of mine, to play at the highest level, and I had been preparing myself my entire life for it. So, in the mix of not having the perfect weather to live, I had the perfect weather to play, and I had the best food I could have in this canteen with all our chefs. So I will tell you, obviously I love my home, and I will be the most happy person every time I can have some days off in Portugal. But to play and to be happy playing, I love it here. That's why I think one of the biggest reasons why I also adapt so fast. I love it. Yeah. No doubt about it. Pep, Juanma, everyone in the technical team, and also big credit to Pep. But I also like to give big credit to my colleagues, to my teammates, to the players, because I learn a lot from Pep. I learn a lot from every coach that helps me. I learn a lot from the analysts, but one of the most one of the spots where I learn the most is from the players, from my colleagues, and eventually on the way we play. Obviously, to have a meeting with your coach, it's good for you to understand the style of play. But to see your teammates play and to see them making decisions, I think that's the best way to just really understand it. And obviously all of it together, it was a very, very good help, and it made me just integrate as fast as possible. You know, all of this that I speak about teams, teammates, and the team being together, and how important it is for everything to work. At the end, the most important thing is to have players that think like you and have that same mentality of knowing how important it is, the team, knowing how important it is to not even saying it to you, but you knowing that he's thinking about, my friend, you fail, I will be there for you. And you could see that between me and John, and you could see that between me and John and everyone else. You could see it a lot in our team. Everyone would make a mistake, the other will be there to save you, to be there. It will be there for you. It will have your back. And I think that mentality, you asked about John. I think it was definitely one of the things that made it work so good. Obviously, it's one of the biggest gaps this season. Not having the opportunity to play for them, especially in the stadium. We had the opportunity to play with some fans in the Carabao Cup, and it was fantastic. Big difference, and I think it was just 2,500, and it was already amazing. I was like, when I got home, I was calling my family and imagine the full stadium. Just imagine if 2,000 people each side was like that. Imagine the full stadium, and I think that's one of the biggest gaps. But essentially, what I have as a message for them is that I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to be in a club with this ambition, I would consider equal to mine. Everyone wants to win, either the fans, the players, the staff. Everyone is involved in the process. Everyone wants to do better, and I think I'm on the right spot. For the fans, I would just like to thank them for their support. And to say that I hope to see him soon in the stadium, a full stadium. In the history of the Champions League, it is yet to come, my friend. It is yet to come. Essentially, my teammates, obviously all the staff, Pep included, obviously. For the club, and I mean by the club many names responsible for bringing me here, but essentially and ultimately to all my colleagues, the staff, the physios, the kitmans, the guys in the kitchen that bring the smile every day to the training ground to make us feel good, to make us feel ready, to make us feel the best way they can. And I think all those details make the difference at the end. And if our Premier League victory and if this award means something to me, I want to give a big part of that something to them, because I would like to dedicate it to them, and obviously my family as well. That is always with me.